Hello?
Hi.
Is that you, Elizabeth?
It is.
It is. Oh, you're okay. It sounds like you're stressed and you're rushing.
Just a little anxious. I might have put all the details in and got the book and freaked out a little.
And freaked out a little?
Yeah.
Why are you freaking out?
I don't know.
Yes, you do. You're just choosing not to say it.
Maybe.
You do realise who you're talking to, don't you?
Yeah.
And so, that was more of a statement / rhetorical question rather than actually giving you one. Oh, too funny. That's all right. Now, the real question is, are you excited about what might come through, or are you somewhat scared of what's going to come through?
Probably in between.
Maybe in between. Right.
Yeah.
No, very, very interesting. All right, so just going to just tap in. I'll write the message and then I'll read it out for you, and then we can explain where it's going. Okay?
Okay.
Cool. Whereabouts are you calling from?
Bathurst.
Bathurst. Ooh, right. Hope you're staying dry down that way.
Oh, yeah, it's cold too. Trying to stay warm.
Oh.
Don't think we'll get a summer.
Yeah, that's not looking good that way, is it? So, fingers crossed. Anyway, let's have a look. Oh, so it's really. Right, Elizabeth, here we go. You ready? Okay, right. So what we have here is even in your darkest hours, you are never alone. Your loved ones are only a thought away. Right, because there's a great sense of reaching out, needing that connection, wanting to know that they're around you. I know that you're sensing energy around you. It may not be the person that you're particularly wanting to connect with, but I actually had a little bit of trouble getting the words on the page there because there's a male specifically around me that it's like really wanted to make himself known. But it's interesting because he is an elderly gentleman, so I want to place him probably around 78, maybe into his 80s. But it's just like he's making himself known to me. I see him with a nice good head of hair. I see him with a nice kind of basic shirt. He's got the shirt needs to have it's like a basic polo shirt, but I feel like it needs to have a top pocket because he's got like his glasses or glasses case and stuff in there. The top pocket's quite heavy and quite chunky, kind of coming through. Now the other thing,
I think I know who that is.
Yeah, the other thing too is there's this very strong. Whoops! Just break the table with my pen. There's a very strong male P name, so whether it's going to be like Peter or a Paul or something like that, there's a strong male P name that's connected either around this person or connected in your family that they're wanting to acknowledge as well. But it's like, and it's just really, the whole thing is he just really wants to step forward and make himself known because it's about coming forward. Now he's got a nice big smile on his face. This lets me know that he's very comfortable in kind of coming through. But the other reason too that he wants to come through is he wants to acknowledge, because he's saying that he has received, and I keep getting more of a connection to a female. There's a female that must have passed relatively recently and needing to acknowledge about receiving them, which means they've made it to the other side. Okay, they were there to receive them in that when they've made the transition. And it's like I keep getting that very strong connection about needing to acknowledge about having other family members over there with him. Okay, so Do you understand about there's a female that has passed? I want to say, what are we in November? So, but it kind of takes about, I want to say like 6-7 months, like in that space. I don't feel like it's last year. I still feel like it's this year, but that's the kind of space I'm in.
No, I'm not sure.
Yeah, just have a quick check. But there's just something there about needing to pass on the message that they've made across the. It's not. To me, it's not a super recent passing, but it's still a recent passing. Okay.
Would it be? Is it like family, or could it be a friend?
It's like, look, to me, I feel like more family, but I wouldn't say like not necessarily super close family. Like it's almost like, to me, it's like an auntie connection. But I also know that sometimes, like, you know how you have good friends in the family that you used to call aunties but weren't aunties. So it's that kind of feeling to me. So it's to the side a little bit, but he's just wanting to acknowledge about needing to kind of come through for that. But it's also about for yourself. Now, it's also interesting too, because as he's jumping in here, it's like needing to let you know that obviously you're not alone, but it's also about you sometimes feeling very alone. And this is not just obviously, about loved ones. I get a more of a sense here too that this can be for you sometimes just in general life. Sometimes you can feel quite alone or quite down. Okay. So, and they're saying that it's like you've got to be mindful of where your thoughts are at. Now, what's also interesting too is because there's this real strong kind of message coming through about, for you, possibly looking to explore your own connections and your own abilities and jumping in or dibble-dabbling with that. Have you done any of this recently?
I haven't, but I don't know, I feel like I'm becoming a little more aware.
Okay, because now it's interesting too, because you're becoming more aware. How for you, how do you feel like you're becoming more aware? What's something that sticks out in your mind?
I'm just like, I don't know how to explain that. It's more just having like an open mind and just trying different things that society doesn't really normally go by, and that's just more like the spiritual kind of stuff. Like it's not just going to the social norm.
Yeah. Okay.
If
So
that makes sense at all.
welcome to my world. Right? This is like, I feel like saying, don't stress about what society thinks. Just honestly grab a ticket, jump on our bus. It's a whole heap of fun. No, but it's interesting too, because the message is kind of coming through from the other side. There are showing support in that, and it feels good and it feels right for you. And I would just encourage you to look at that. But the whole thing is just like, you just take your time with it. You go as far or as deep or as like, get as involved as much as you'd like, or you don't like. All right. So that's the beautiful part about like working in like this energy, is that it's not about like you have to do this, or this, or you need to understand this, or this. It's completely up to you and what feels right for you. And I just feel like they're really supporting you on that journey and staying on that path. All right. And it's just really when you have that time and see, and this might be also lead into it a little bit. When you start to take this path, or you, like you said, you don't like you start going down a path and you start like understanding and having a belief system that's not always accepted. When that starts to happen, you'll also find that the people around you will start to shift and change as well. Now you got to remember that.
I'm starting to see that now. Yeah.
Okay, so this is probably also where the message is also coming in, because you don't have to feel alone. But when this shift or change happens, you can't help it. It's kind of natural to feel that way, because some people, it's just you move. You kind of, when you're growing in that way, it just naturally tends to move on. Okay, so just that's me. So don't beat yourself up about it, and don't feel like you need to salvage everything. I always say when we go through these periods of a life or these processes, you'll find out who your real friends are.
Yeah, this year's been pretty rough. I've had like multiple infections and injury and COVID and pneumonia, and the list goes on.
Yeah. Okay.
So I definitely, have come to realise who is there and who's not.
Right, and that's all about the message. And the other thing too is, even you going through all of that and understanding that, they're still trying to help you and make the most of what you have. They are there for you. All right, and the more you tap into that and the more you believe that, the stronger you're going to become within yourself, and that makes your mind stronger, and that in turn also makes your body stronger. You've got this and they've got you.
Yeah.
All right, you are stronger than you know, and they're just coming through to let you know it. And it's like they're not letting you kind of get down and out about it. They're going to very much support you and keep pushing you. All right, so do your best, keep your head up high and keep smiling, because you deserve to. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so trust and see what's coming. The other thing too is, sorry, I'm just getting a symbol of. It's interesting. I've got a symbol of a bird, but I almost want to connect it to a galah. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's a
symbol. I see them everywhere. I don't know who it is, but I see them everywhere.
Okay, that's connection to your family, letting you know who they are. That's because I'm thinking, I just have to have a quick look there. So the galah, if you're seeing that's your bird. The other thing too is, you got to understand, the galah is also about love and compassion. And that's what they're showing you, and that's what they're sharing you with, and it's also important to remind yourself of that love and compassion. Okay, so when you see that, you know that they're with you and you're not alone.
Yeah, it's really strange because I see that all the time. Like, even when I'm just driving and Mum will be in the car with me or someone, and I'll be like, oh, look, the birds start in front of me all the time.
Funny that.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And sometimes I'm like, oh no, that can't be anything. And I'll go, if you do it again, I'll believe it. And then it happens again.
And they do it again, and then you go, now I need to believe it. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So better start believing, and that's me. That again, it's just a great level of confirmation for you, okay? Because that's what they're wanting to let you know. All right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Cool. That's right, and that'll be there. And hopefully, too, when you read the book, you might be able to get some other insights and messages, because I talk about some of the big spiritual lessons in the book, and that they may also help you out a little bit too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Lovely speaking with you. Remember, keep smiling.
Cool. Thank you.
All right. Take care.
You too.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.